Wala na naman akong voice, no? So, hello guys! Welcome back. Welcome back to Money and Chi, and thank you for joining me. This is our fourth day of live stream, no? So, I prepared something new today. So, I prepared a presentation which is related to what happened last night. So, I hope you guys can learn something new from our channel today. So, first of all, let's say hi to everyone who's here already, no? So, hello Daisy, and thank you for joining today. Ayan. So, we have four na and we're okay naman na to start, no? Um, Thank you again, everyone who joined again today, no? So, it's very fulfilling. Thank you so much, ha. Hello, Marvin! Super thank you sa, dahil pabalik-balik kayo, no? So, I hope na you're really learning something new every day. And we're trading together, no? So, if ever you really are doing... Sino ba dito yung, mga nagtitrade na talaga sa US markets? Hi, Pickles! Nagtitrade na ba kayo sa market talaga or you are starting pa lang? Or mag-open pa lang ng account? Yan, so comment nyo lang, no, para later. Starting pa lang, okay. That's nice, no? So, I just want to explain to you rin, kasi what happened yesterday is a bit crazy, no? So, if you're awake, most likely tulog kayo. But the thing is, if you open a position yesterday, tapos natulog kayo, tapos pagising nyo sa umaga, lahat bagsak. So, that's what we will talk about today, you know, what happened, why is it happening like that, and what are the things that you can do once it happened. Kasi these are normal thing that is happening in US market, especially these days, no, na maraming uncertainty, may COVID pa rin. Last time, it was including the presidential election, tapos yung runoff nga right now yung sa Senate. So, there are a lot of things going on. But at least today, some of those uncertainties will be finalized. Hopefully, na hanggat hindi mag-wild-wild na naman si Trump, no? So, okay, thank you. Let's start now with the presentation. I'll show you. Ayan, so this is our day 4 of Money and Cheese. So, I'm thinking of changing the name. No? So, parang pwedeng coffee, no? Investments and coffee. Or investment over coffee. Why not, diba? Ayan. So, first of all, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Ano ba yung mga big news? What made it move that much, no? And we'll discuss later, yun nga. Maganda siguro pakita ko muna yung market na what happened yesterday para you are aware. So like for example, si S&P, this is around 7 p.m. ng Europe time. So as you can see from here, bigla na lang bumagsak. 'Di ba? Bigla na lang niyang tinouch yung 200 EMA niya ng 5 minute. Pero if before that, it was actually up, no? It was just a correction, I can say. So, patuloy yung pag-angat niya, tapos bigla na lang siyang bumagsak in the last 2 hours of the market. That's S&P. Nasdaq, definitely. So, as you can see, nung una, umaakyat siya, ang taas na niya, diba? Kasi, they're nearing the result of the, Senate, no? Parang lalabas na, magiging Democrat na, sure na, 'di ba? One side na. But then, yun nga, so dahil good news, lumalabas na magiging Democrat na both sides. Actually, Nasdaq should be going down, but the sentiment was actually positive, so it's actually going up. And then suddenly, something happened and then it went down na free fall. Ganyan. So this is S&P 100. Kanina 500, this is 100. The same thing, no? From the morning, paangat siya, paangat, tas biglang bumagsak. So, it's normal, thing that could happen in US. So, make sure that you're always updated. Pero, syempre, you're not always awake, diba? That's the problem. Dapat night shift kapag ganito. It's the same thing with Dow Jones, no? So, DJI was up and then suddenly it kind of went down. So, what happened ba? Bakit nangyari yun? Pag-usapan natin right now. So, first of all, Democrats finally won with 50-50 Senate seats. So, ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Kasi sa US, even though the president says na, okay, this is a law that I want to be approved, ganyan, the Senate will still vote for it if it's gonna be a law or something like that. So, yung platform ni Biden will not be effective if there's no vote in the Senate, right? So the thing is, there's Democrat and Republican. Unlike in Philippines, walang parang lipat-lipat, 'di ba? Walang loyalty. In states, in USA, medyo loyal sila in terms of ano yung party nila. So if it's Republican and Democrats. So most likely, if there's a law and the Democrats, if there are less seats, then mananalo usually yung Republican. So most of the laws of the Democrat will not be effective. So anong point? Parang useless na may Democrat ka na president, but your lawmakers, your approvers are not Democrats. So that's why it has to be aligned. And that's why it's very critical for them to know which party wins. So at this point, it's 50-50. So you will think, oh, 50-50. Di ibig sabihin, hindi pa rin sila majority. The thing is, if it's 50-50, let's just say there's a law that needs to be passed. And then 50-50 yung result. So the vice president has the swing vote. So if the vice president is a Democrat, then the vote will go to Democrat. So parang as if it's 51, right? It's very rare naman that if the vice president is a Democrat, then it's very rare that hindi siya mag-Democrat na vote, right? And right now, the president and the vice president who won the election was both Democrats. So that's why it's very critical for the coming years, especially they have 4 years of term, diba? So everything that he would have to pass or the law that he wants to be passed is very important for this day. And they've been waiting for this day kasi this is the time when it's all gonna be clear. So that's why this happening is already a good sign. So before, remember yesterday when we were talking, they're close to winning. Akala ko nga panalo na eh. Pero ano na lang, konting-konti na lang yung matatapos na yung voting. Pero on the lead yung Democrats. So it's easy to say na yes, they will win. But the thing is, nung finally lumabas na nga, nag-result na, yan na, okay na, winner na sila. Si Trump, nag-call siya for protest. So there are protesters who went to the Capitol. So, imagine, parang yung Senate Hall, ganyan. Pinasok ng mga protesters. Sobrang nakakatawa yung kahapon. As in, may mga picture. Gusto niya, panoorin natin yung ilang video nila. Panoorin natin. Wait. Ay, asan yung kaguluhan? Dito ba yon sa Wall Street yata? Ayan. This is what happened, no? So, may mga... Saan yung kaguluhan? Doon lang tayo sa kaguluhan. And there's a lot of pictures din. Anyway, so yun na nga yung nangyari. Meron pa kayong makikita mga pictures doon na yung mga rioters nakaupo sila. So what happened is, they have to announce kasi who's gonna be the winner or something like that. And the rioters entered so that they can, parang finorce nila out yung mga senators. So they were outside, parang napilitan silang umalis. But then after that, they came back and finalized yung what they have to be done na to announce Biden as an official winner, and then yun nga yung sa Senate din. So, there was a lot of craziness before the market closed, pero those things happened naman or was cleared after the market closed, no? So that's the second one that happened. Third thing that is very important as well is that the delisting of 3 Chinese telecom companies in NYSE. So may mga telecom companies that will be delisted. That's including Chinatel. So if you're following, di ba si Chinatel is supporting dito, parang they are funding dito for Philippine telecom, the third telco, 'di ba? So they are listed as well in the NYSE, and New York Stocks Exchange is delisting them. So if they're listed in the US, they are being kicked out, parang ganon. But don't worry kasi the delisting will take 2 years naman daw. And even if Trump, kasi si Trump yung gustong magpadalis sa mga Chinese companies eh. But, remember, he's leaving, no? So, there's another president, which is Joe Biden, who's coming in. And, he might reverse that. So, yun lang, merong uncertainty as of the moment. And usually, it's either you take that as an opportunity to buy, or wag mo nang bilhin. Kasi hindi ka nga sure eh. And you're not 100% sure kung mangyayari ba or hindi. Or magre-reverse ba. Kasi it's difficult to say. And on top of that, they're also looking at including Alibaba and Tencent on blocking in USA. Parang iba-block yung apps nila. And that includes as well, syempre, the listing in the future, no? So, that's why Alibaba, JD, other Chinese companies are right now not very good in terms of NYSE, and they're all looking at flying out of US stock exchange and listing in Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So, yun yung one thing. If you are invested on or you're thinking of investing on Hong Kong or Chinese companies, you have to be careful because of these threats, no? So, first of all, Trump wants them to, yung una parang may military or funded by Chinese government. Kasi si China rin naman kasi ayaw pumayag na ilabas. Alam mo yun, parang one of the most important thing kasi in the US is transparency. So you have to be transparent on your reports, right? And China doesn't want that. And for us as investors, for me, it's actually the right thing to do, 'di ba? Kasi if you're not following the requirements, and all other US companies are following these requirements, tapos si China companies will not be required to do that, then that's not fair, no? And that's also not fair for us investors kasi we are not seeing the real deal, no? Parang we're closed and we don't know what's happening, and that's why it's very important for them to actually be transparent. And I think trying to delist them would probably change that. But this is going on for like years now. It's not new. So I think this is just the time when they are really pushing for it, And I think I don't know what's gonna happen for sure for that, because just yesterday, actually, 2 days ago, they already said in the news, they will not be delisting, and then they changed again their idea and they are now delisting. So just imagine the craziness of that, diba? And of course, the third thing is COVID, diba? One of the uncertainties is COVID still. It's still there. So as you can see, there are now 4,000 deaths in USA. And as new president Biden, when he comes in, that's January 20, when that's the inauguration day, he can lock down. He can impose lockdown. Unlike Trump, he doesn't want to lock down. He doesn't believe that COVID is a threat, and therefore that's why some of the businesses in US are not completely shut down. They didn't, expect, or hindi nila naramdaman yung intense na nangyari sa Pilipinas, diba? Kasi like for us, how many months we are locked down, and the business has really suffered. My business suffered. Every business has suffered because we cannot operate. We're not required to operate. There's a different story in Trump administration in US. He doesn't believe in COVID, and therefore he said it's okay, we're not locking down. Some states did. Some of them did, but not everyone, no. Especially siguro those who are believers of Trump, ganyan. But remember, there's a new incoming president, and like for example, EU is in lockdown again. Like in Germany, the curfews are on again. You cannot eat outside again until end of the month, end of January. And even though there's vaccine, no, we don't know what's gonna happen. That's why there's still some kind of uncertainty right now. What will Biden do, no? Kasi but he's for social, 'di ba? Social ang ng Democrats. So most likely he can do a lockdown in the US if worst case scenario. And as you can see, there's already 4,000 deaths daily in the US. So that's something to think about. It's some kind of scariness in terms of, like, especially in the businesses. So I would definitely have to restructure my portfolio based on what's gonna happen on this. And then what else? There's a new strain of COVID as well in South Africa, but they were saying, again, diba remember there was one, parang there's new strain in UK, tapos DOH, sorry, World Health Organization, WHO, said that this vaccine can actually work on the new strain. And then there's another strain in South Africa. And they're saying again, parang yesterday yun. Tapos today, parang they said na that will also work in the new vaccine. Yeah, it will still be covered within the new vaccine. So the thing is, I think, because even though you put vaccine, no, sa first world, kasi nauna sila eh. If you don't really do anything on the third world countries or developing countries like Philippines, South Africa, what else? Yung mga poor countries, then it will just mutate and mutate and mutate, no? So, but they were saying na, I watch a lot of videos about it din naman, saying that, how it works, like they copy the protein, something like that. Tapos it will fight when it comes in. Parang ganun, parang pag dumami siya. So, that's why it's kind of, as long as it's the same COVID, no matter what strain is that, it can work now. That's what they are saying. So, for me, I don't know kasi I'm not a health expert. And kung mayroong mga COVID expert dyan, maybe you can comment about what you think about what's gonna happen later on. So, Tokyo might declare as well state of emergency. No, so, kasi pero sa greater, Tokyo metro area lang naman siya. And it's also because of COVID. And China locked down part of province outside Beijing. So, those are the things that, are kind of out there right now. Anyways, guys, so for now, let's have a short break, and then I will proceed with the next presentation. So I have I prepared something for you guys. So coffee lang muna tayo sandali. We'll be right back in 1 minute. again, everyone. Nakakuha ba kayo ng coffee nyo? Anyways, gabi na, no? So, wag kayong magkape. Dapat, ready na kayo to sleep. So, before we proceed, no, let's just say hi to the new people who got in. So, para sa mga na-late, no, so you can replay this video in case para mapanood niyo yung umpisa. So, these are recorded and actually, sometimes it takes like, siguro mga 1 day or mga 6 hours bago lumabas siya kay YouTube. Pero usually lumalabas siya. So, you can replay just in case. So, let's just say hi again to everyone. No? So, hello kay Giancarlo Tan. Ano yung can you make me mode? Ano yun? Hello, Daisel Melo. Hello, JP Tare again. Hello, welcome back. And, hi, Sir Juanito Dumigpe. Hello, kamusta po kayo? Kamusta po kayo, sir? Si Sir si Sir Sir Nits yan. Part yan ng natin, ng beginners class, nag-attend siya. So, thank you so much for always supporting me. Super super thankful ako kay Sir Nits talaga. Hello, Glenn J. Thank you for joining again. No, sana araw-araw tayo magkakasama, no? And guys, if you have time, please like the video para para ma-reach naman mga nerds. Anyways, we have we'll go through Baba later. So, I'll just explain some stuff for you, parang part of my presentation. And then we can talk about Baba afterwards. So, thank you, Daisy Ann, for your question. Okay, so let's proceed with my presentation. No? So now we discuss about the big news, what happened yesterday, diba? And because of that, those things actually affected the market. So now, what to do when the market is falling, no? So like for me, it happened to me twice or thrice already since I started trading in US. So I just started around November 1, okay, or October 30 actually, and I wasn't even updated that time. So if you watch my video about eToro, I explained there kung nasan ako. Nag-hike kami nun. Tapos bigla na lang nag-done yung trade ko. So, and then it happened again end of November. Nagkaroon ulit ng major correction. And then medyo umangat siya ulit. And then nag-correction ulit siya, which is today. So, what are the things that you can do? Diba? And I want to share this with you because it's very important and it happens a lot in the US market. It's not like Philippines na medyo slowpoke or tolerable yung pain. In the first time I did it, I have 10% gain, wiped out. I actually became a loss immediately. No? So from 10% gain, naging biglang -5 ako. Ang saklap. So, I have to, like, the December 1, I have to reposition all of my assets or my portfolio. And at the same time, recover all of the losses that I had on that big loss. So, luckily, because I have experience, I was able to regain or na-cover ko na lahat ng loss ko. So, right now, I'm actually above of my starting portfolio, no. But if you're new and you have not much experience or hindi kumbaga masyado kang kabado, then that's the time na you will definitely panic, you will lose all of your money, ganyan. So the thing is, what are the things? First, chill lang, no. Chill ka lang. It happens, no. Like for me, when it happened, I was just feeling sad na parang alam ko na to alam ko mangyayari, pero I thought it wouldn't. Inisip ko na hindi, but it happened. And the thing is, sabi nga ni Elon Musk kanina, the most entertaining is the result that you actually expected. So, I expected that and it happened and it was very entertaining for me. But then again, kasi my husband, I taught him how to trade and he was panicking. He was so stressed. He was closing some of the positions yun. So, pero right now, I taught him more. So, ngayon, sanay na siya. Because in the market, you have to be strong, hearted na. Parang, kailangan kayanin mo. Chill ka lang. Huwag kang mag-panic. That's the very important thing that you have to do. Once you panic, wala na yung pera mo, okay? Kasi some of the stocks, hindi naman talaga siya, parang magbabounce out siya, tapos akyat din siya ulit. And you can see that later in the charts. I'll show you later sa charts, no? So, kung sa sudden reaction, mag-click ka or mag-close ka, then patay tayo, ganyan, 'di ba? So second thing that you have to do is make sure that you set your stop losses, 'di ba? Not just your stop losses dun sa ano, pati yung trailing stop losses mo. This is a very important thing for me that I learned na kasi I have those gains na 20% na tapos hindi ko pa siya sinet yung trailing stop loss ko. Kasi tinatamad ako or I don't know how. And then, na-wipe out yung gains ko. So, because of that, I realized, okay, this time, I will not do that. So, all of my position has, trailing stop loss na. Like, and I have to remove some of those. Make sure then that you remove those stocks naman na volatile lang, na bigla lang bababa, tas akyat din. So, make sure that you understand how the stock is flowing or moving, 'di ba? Kasi may mga stocks na talagang mabilis yung galaw nila, and therefore, you have to make sure that your stop loss is actually properly done. So, we will also discuss that later on siguro, no? We will discuss about ATRs to set your stop loss. Pero right now, you have to make sure lang those things. So, you can set up your stop losses in eToro if you don't have it. We can discuss that later on, no? How to set, pagka nakafocus na tayo sa stop loss, I'll discuss how to do that in eToro. Duration of the uncertainty. Okay? So, like, for example, what happened yesterday, you have to be sharp then. Like, for example, baba, what happened? Bakit biglang bagsak? Find out agad, immediately. Check Twitter, check the news. Ano ba nangyari? So, nagka-riot, right? So, nang nagka-riot, biglang bagsak. Babam, ganyan. So, biglang isip ka, okay, so may riot. What happens next? Habang buhay ba tong riot na to? If this is actually the exact reason why the stock is, falling, then you have to think first, gaano katagal maglalast yung riot na to? Overnight ba? 100 days ba? Ganyan and all. Like, for example, when it happened to COVID, when it spiked down, you know for a fact that it will last. So, definitely you have to exit. But, if that uncertainty is just, let's say, for the day, then baka naman mag-chill ka lang. Antayin mo na lang na mag-recover siguro in 5 days or in a month. Definitely, it will recover in a month. And I'm telling you, I have experienced that. If you just wait, it will all recover. And then, just set it when you have to actually exit or reevaluate your positions, reevaluate your stop losses, reevaluate your entry points, reevaluate your exit points, and all of those things, okay? So the next thing, of course, that you have to take into consideration is act according to the impact of your portfolio, 'di ba? Kasi if, like, for example, if you have a certain stock and it's like 20% or 30% to 50% of your position, then you have to act on that first. Choose those stocks that has higher impact on your portfolio. Like for me, I have 20 stocks, and you can be like, because there's a lot of good stocks in USA. So some of you might be, oh, I want to buy this. Sabi dito, maganda tong NIO. Maganda raw yung Tesla. Maganda raw yung this stock. This is a good stock. I buy this, I buy this, I buy this. Hanggang sa 50 na pala yung stocks mo. Or at least, I always suggest manage lang or buy lang the stocks that you can manage. Like for me, 20 is manageable. Siguro if I exceed maximum 25, I don't want to buy stocks more than that because it's gonna be difficult for me to manage. And some of the people talagang buy and buy lang sila. And so that's for you. But still, even if you buy and sell, diba, there are some stocks that you buy more than the others. So, check those stocks that have higher impact. So, first, ano yung allocation mo of those stocks? So, 20% pa ng allocation mo ng portfolio mo nandun, then Yun muna yung intindihin mo, no? The next one is yung malalakas yung volatility. 'Di ba? Ano ba yung mga speculative stocks mo? 'Di ba? Baka bumalik ka naman ng mga penny stocks na walang laman, na walang fundamentals, then unahin mo yun, no? Or dapat meron ka na sa isip mo na if this happens, itong mga stocks na to, itong mga speculative stocks na to, mawawala siya. And dapat talaga naka-stop loss ka doon. If you're doing speculative trading, dapat may stop loss ka. If wala, charge to experience yan, di ba? That's not good. So, make sure that you do that. Okay? Yun. So, unahin nyo i-cut yung speculative or dapat automatic na siyang mag-close. If not, then you have to close it. And then, another thing is mag-prioritize nyo yung larger impact or mas malalaking allocation nyo dun sa mga stocks na yun. Okay? And then, let the fundamentally strong companies recover. So, if you know those companies are good, so like for example, there are stocks na very good but then ganun talaga, nag-spike down lang. Baka naman, good opportunity yon, right? And that's the last point. Maybe that's a good opportunity for you to average down. Because like, for me, sometimes I try to enter, but I'm waiting for a reversal. Or not a reversal, but a correction. A healthy correction. So check very well. Is it a healthy correction? Is it really like okay lang ba yung nangyari na to? Or is it a reversal na of the trend? So look at the chart. If it's a reversal of the trend, get out. If it's just a healthy correction, maybe think twice. So balikan mo. Okay, unahin mo muna yung mga deadly kills na yung mga high priority stocks, blah blah blah, ganyan. Pack. After nun, balikan mo yung mga pwede mong bilhin or mag-add ka. Kasi like there are stocks that might be good. Like, for example, I bought more of Zoom. So, I was at a loss, like 10% or like 12% na yata ako sa Zoom. But if I look at the chart, it's supposed to rebound. So, I'm just waiting. I'm sure within the year, it will rebound. I'm sure within the year, it will go up. So, when it went down yesterday, I bought more because I want my cost to be averaged down. So, that's what I did, no? So, find those opportunities. And I will share with you some of the opportunities I got as well. So I got into like yesterday I was talking about ACB, about cannabis and SunPower. So yesterday, actually 2 days ago I bought SunPower, and then yesterday because yun na nga Democrats won and I know that it's impacting renewable energy, so SunPower went up by 22%, and then I sold at the peak. I wanted to add more actually, supposedly yesterday, but it went out immediately, so I couldn't add more. But okay lang din na hindi ganun kalaki yung position ko sa kanya kasi that's a big jump. Some of the things as well, since bumaba, so I took advantage of buying other cannabis stocks that I'm hoping that today will reverse or will go up again. But we're not sure about that, no. I might close it with no gain if ever it doesn't happen the way I expected it to happen. So you have to be adjusting as well whatever is happening in the market, okay? So let's check some mga comments. If you have questions, if you have comments, let's see. Hello, Daphne Navarro. Hello, Arlene Lopez. Hello, Oms Oile Rao. Yes, live tayo daily. So, if you want, you can join us daily, no? Especially if you want to invest on US stocks. Yan. And Escalator Ville. Hello. Ayan, so basically we finished the presentation, no? And then later on we will go through naman Baba as requested by Daisy. So if you have another stock request, feel free to comment with us for that so I can prepare that, no. For now, let's have another 1 minute break. Ipe-prepare ko lang yung Baba, okay? I'll be right back. Wait a little bit. again. Okay, so we have some requests now. Neo and Palantir na. Sige, i-ano natin yan. Hello, what's Silaw? So, thank you guys nga pala for those who liked the videos already. So, if you haven't liked it, please like naman. Ayun. Let's see. Let's go to Livestream. Okay, so let's start with Baba, no? So, Baba is a very good company. As in, super undervalued siya. It's actually a good time to enter, no? This is the daily. So, let's remove this first. Lakihan ko lang para makita nyo. So, let's move this to daily. Mas mabilis yung computer ko ngayon. Unlike the last time. Okay. So, as you can see, yung price ni Baba right now is actually around June 2020. Last June, so 6 months ago. But if you actually look, even if yung, let's say, 5-year niya na chart, 5-year performance, you can see that it's been going up for 5 years, no? So, this is actually sideways lang from 2018 to 2019. So, for 1 year, it's sideways. Teka lang. Sabi ko 5 years. Ayan, from 2015 yan. So, umakyat siya, tapos nag-sideways siya. And then, starting March, no, because of COVID, it actually went up so high. Ayan. And then, it reverses. Nag-correction siya. Actually, I started investing at this point yata, tapos bumaba siya, so I have to cut my loss. And then, I bought here again, tapos nag-sell ako dito sa part na to. But, yeah, this is weekly, So, we have to move again today, daily. So, as you can see, yung level niya is actually the highest before it actually went up, no? So, this is actually a good support and a resistance as well. So, it's a strong support. So, I don't think those people who bought it here will actually sell it lower, no? So, that's the thing. Like, for example, this one, those who bought it here na nabuhusan, then here is a very strong resistance and it already broke, no? So, for this one, everyone gained already, and I don't think anyone can or willing to sell lower than this. But if ever in case another bad news happens, it can go lower to 197, but still that's a good time to buy. And as soon as Biden comes in, there might be some better news, no? By the way, Jack Ma was found, so he's just lie low. Hindi naman siya nawala. Hindi siya missing. So that removes a little bit of uncertainty as well for Baba. But I just want to share with you as well in terms of fundamentals, no, how good it is. So we're looking at interactive brokers right now. And as you can see, the target is 336 per share. So that's around 48% upside if you buy it now. And if you can see, it always, this is the forecast EPS or earnings per share. The green one is the forecast of the analyst and the black one is the actual. So every time you can see that it actually ang tawag doon, beats the expectation. So, even if you expected it this much, laging beat expectation si Baba. Ayaw niya na hindi nabibit yung expectation. Di ba? Mga, anong tawag dito? Performer, ganyan. So, Baba is one of those. And as you can see, since 2018, no, wala siyang palya. It's very good. Very, very good. Now, let's move forward to the total revenue. No? So, in terms of revenue, makita nyo naman, every year, upward. Very strong. Cost of revenue, of course, going down. But we look at the net profit margin. Well, it went down from this one. Probably they had a capex or something like that for yung fixed income, di ba? Kasi kino-cost mo rin yan yung depreciation sa OPEX minsan. Lalo na for an e-commerce like this. Yun yung cost nila. But as you can see, from 2018, 2019 to 2020, actually, it was greater. Pero net profit margin kasi to is, let's, punta tayo dun sa gross. Let's go sa key ratios. So, as you can see, yung PE niya was also going down, no? The PE ratio, so ito yung mga competitor niya. I don't think FB, parang weird naman, no? So, ang competitor daw ni Baba, si FB, si Visa, si Mastercard, PayPal. And I think it's because they also have this Baba platform, diba? So, Alipay, ganyan, you can pay using that. So, I think that's why it's almost in the same range. But you can see, it's the cheapest. 3. Diba? PE ratio niya, 3. As compared to FB, Visa, and all. With that big company. So, Jack Ma is the biggest, or the richest in China, diba? So, and we know Alibaba is one of the biggest companies in the world. And still, it's so cheap. 3.36 as compared to FB and other. Which is so good. What else? So definitely, I think it's super undervalued. I don't need to calculate for the DCF method na. Definitely, I'm sure this is undervalued. So let's move on to nasaan yung EBITDA? Punta tayo sa niya. Efficiency, no, performance. Here. So we look at EBITDA margin. Ayan. So as you can see, their margin is around 23%. FB has higher margin, no? This is meaning na yung revenue nila minus cost. So this is the margin. So ibig sabihin, the higher the margin, the better. So as you can see, the best one is Visa with 68% margin. Bongga, di ba? Makapag-invest nga. Tingnan natin later on si Visa, baka bukas. Ayan. Mastercard, also good. But again, guys, remember, si Visa and Mastercard is entirely different business with Alibaba. So, I don't even know why it's within the same range. But then again, the industry average is 1.9. So, definitely all of this are beating the industry average, no? And then one of the things I like to check then is the growth rate. So, let's check. I like to see the revenue change. So, as you can see, the revenue change of Baba is 30%. Which is good, no? Ibig sabihin, tumataas yung revenue na mo ng 30% every year, which is, diba? Sana ganun sa lahat. Sana ganun din sa businesses natin. Tingnan natin for the last 5 years. So, for the last 5 years, it grew 46%, which is good. And it's comparable to Facebook, which grew 41%. And the rest, growth is, like for example, Visa, 9.5. But remember, guys, Visa is there for a long time na. So, definitely, the growth is slower, diba? Kasi, syempre, when you've reached na the full capacity or the full market, then, what else to grow, diba? New accounts, and that's different. Unlike when you're starting fresh, the growth is definitely more exponential. And then, EPS change, 16.37%. Not good. So, bumaba siya, but FB was up, no? I guess because of, maraming mga online sellers, no, na nag-FB, how do you call this? Ads, ganyan. So, that was actually very good for them. Visa definitely and Mastercards went down kasi a lot of people didn't use their credit card much because they're just staying at home. Less buying capacity. But PayPal went up because of probably online. What else? So, that's it for Baba. Like, for me, I think it's a good, opportunity to enter. Sana lang, no, kung ako, I bought at this price, 2 215 yata. So, I bought here. Pero I sold here. Kasi natakot ako nung nawala si Jack Ma. That's major kasi he's one of, management. That's very critical for me. So, because Jack Ma is a critical person in Baba, I got, I have to sell at a gain din naman. It's not a loss. So, for you guys, I think this is a good opportunity to enter kasi it's also in the support level, no? Pero just monitor if it can go lower or it can go up, no? So, I might consider this. But remember, this is the target price around 40%, no? So, if it goes back to its previous price, once everything is gone, like for example, government, yung antitrust nila, Chinese government antitrust is removed na, and yung delisting, mawala yung issue and all, tapos makapag IPO sila ng Ant and all, then this will shoot up, okay? But it will take time. So, just so you know, if you want to enter Baba right now, you have to wait a little bit. Huwag kayo ma-stress masyado. Ma-stress kayo pag nawala na si pag nawala si Jack Ma, no? So, let's move on to the next request, no? Ano yung next natin? What is your opinion sa Forex? Feeling ko parang pyramiding yung dating. If you actually know how to trade properly Forex, then it's done properly. Pero yeah, some people are using it to take advantage kasi Forex is parang even me, I have to be super how do you call this? Iba yung Forex trading, as in, ang daming yung galaw. Like, unless if you're just looking at one exchange, right? PHP USD. So, there's only two markets that you have to look at and compete with because it's like a competition eh. Forex is like that. So, peso USD. So, ganyan yan. So, you have to see like in terms of who's winning or losing. And then, dun ka magbabet, diba, long or short. And then, magkaiba pa yung USD PHP and PHP USD. So, you have to know all of those things. That's just one Forex or exchange that I'm talking about. It's not even the entire Forex. So, merong pang CHF, meron Euro, and all that. So, you have to make sure that you know everything, macro, micro, everything that's happening in the Philippines, everything that's happening in the US, and see what will affect in terms of USD and PHP. And that's when you actually know if you can, when to bet, no? So, it's a very, very critical and it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy, and that's why I don't trade as much right now, diba? Although for me, I know, kasi of course, I studied that eh. And even if you just look at the chart din naman, so may mga technical analysts, but still those technical analysts look at this macro and economics, graduate sila ng econ, graduate sila ng, ng tech or something, they still look at this information. So, if those are not explained to you properly, parang ang pitch lang is you will gain, ganyan, then yeah, definitely it might be some kind of pyramiding, no? But yeah, it takes a lot of learning for you to actually do Forex. And you have to do it that way. Hindi naman na parang may bilin ka lang tapos I don't know how that scheme is working for you guys. I don't know. You are right. Binuhusan ng NIO prior to its big event, just like what happened to Apple event, Tesla Battery Day, and Amazon Prime Day. Na-hit trailing stop loss ko. Oh, Glenn J, I hope, yung trailing stop loss mo at least gain. Di ka naman nag-loss, no? Actually, yesterday, iniisip ko nga kung bibili ako kasi before, I was expecting NIO. Sige, I will show you my chart for NIO. Okay. So, si Neo, inaabangan ko siya na dumikit dito around 47 per share. Kasi, usually, hindi naman niya talaga, ang tawag dito, hindi niya pa nabibit tong last, 56. So, by the way, guys, kasi ito marami kasing nakapasok dito, no? And as you can see, malaki yung volume din, itong part na to. So, the reason why it cannot push up to this level is because yung mga nandito is tawag dito, nagbe-break even sila, no? So, nagbebenta sila. So, may scare pa dito. Kaya hindi pa nagbe-break yan. Hindi pa sila nakabenta lahat. So, once na ma-clear na yon, then that's the time it will shoot up. So, probably that's Neo Day. And I'm not sure that's why yesterday, di ba sinasabi ko, pwedeng mabuhusan because of prior to the day-day. Kasi mga day-day nila, hindi nag-work. Buti nga hindi pa ako nakapasok kay Tesla nung day-day na yun eh. Pero this one, it's affected din by what happened, and I think everybody's just waiting for that reason to correct, reason to put down all the stocks, kasi all of them are like on their they should be going down as expected, as their pattern and all, pero it's not. Pero yesterday everything happened because of that. So as you can see, if we look closer at Neo, na-touch na niya yung niya 10 EMA, 10-day EMA niya. So, if this is actually okay naman din to buy, if you actually kung gising ka nung nag 49, 48 siya, okay yun, no? Makakabili ka below 50. Kasi, as you can see, uptrend naman na siya eh. But I was actually expecting na bababa siya dito sa 47 level niya before dun sa day-day niya. So, yun yung inaantay ko. That's why I sold at 52. Dito ako nakapag-sell. Hindi ako nakasell nung 54, pero nag-sell ako nung 52. Because I was thinking, oh my God, baka mangyari na naman yung unexpected. And it's better to re-enter, no? Kapag ka-sure na ako na wala na to. Wala na tong support na to. Ay, resistance na to. Wala nang resistance dito sa level na to. Sige, papasok ulit ako. Dahil because of that, it can go up to 80. Up to 100. Not immediately, syempre you have to wait a little bit. But for Neo, that's how it is right now. And for other stocks as well that you are looking at, that's kind of what's happening right now. So for Neo, as you can see, the pre-market, nag-bounce siya kaagad. It's because of the positive sentiments. First of all, Biden is for renewables or green, and that includes EV. So Neo is definitely part of that. Neo, Tesla. So they will benefit from that. But still, there's also a reason that they can be delisted. Chinese companies can be delisted because of this Chinese new rumor, diba, na delisting. So that's why you have to be careful. It cannot fly off because of those resistance na news na lumalabas. And that's why you have to be checking out this stuff. But for me, I'm really waiting. So hopefully, mag 47 siya. But if not, if this is actually going to push up further, then I might consider getting in again a little bit. Pero with caution. Ayan. Tapos, let's go to Palantir, no? So, Palantir, yesterday, di ba, pinag-usapan natin, nandito na siya. But still, there's some room for you to move up, no, 20%. And then, it went back again. But good thing is, hindi naman niya binrake tong support na trend line natin, no? So, because of that, I think there's still room for it to actually go up today. And as you can see, yung sa pre-market niya right now is actually leading towards upward trend, no? So, I think Palantir is a good time to buy right now. As you can see, this is also a resistance na hindi pa niya ma-break. Twice na niya tinry, hindi niya na-break. Hopefully, the third time, it can actually break. Na ubos na siguro yung mga tao dito na nag-bye-bye, no? And for me, this support is very important, no? It may not be able to, go down further than that. No? Wala na willing magbenta after that. Hopefully. But 50 EMA is just close here. No. Ako ang sabi ko, if Palantir goes down 20, I will add more. So, yun yung ko kay Palantir. Kasi it went up to 32 na eh. Yan. But for now, I think if you're just looking at this, this part, that's still 20% upside. You can still play with it. Hoping it might go down again or it might break. So, be careful lang with that. Palantir moves in a day na 10% din, 5%, ganyan. So, medyo volatile din si Palantir. So, make sure that you can take advantage of its movement. Bantayan nyo lang siya. Oh, and by the way, ito rin, medyo paangat na rin yung stocks niya. Pero in terms of, ano niya, nagda-die na rin, hindi. Medyo malaki pa yung ano niya, yung momentum niya ng downward. Pero it's dying soon. I think lang. May pagka-bias. Joke lang. So let's read more of the comments now before we end this kasi we have 2 minutes left. Thanks, Daisy. Sana may natutunan ka ulit today. Hello, ma'am. Are you familiar with Robinhood Financial? Thanks. Yeah, I tried opening Robinhood, pero I think you can only open if you're from, teka lang. I think you can only open if you're living in the US or if you have tax in the US or bank account in the US. So I tried opening an account for Robinhood and hindi ako na, hindi siya mag-push through. Ayan. Do you need to open dollar account if you trade in US? So if you use eToro, you don't have to. It will directly send you naman in peso. Yun nga lang, syempre, it would be nice if you have US dollar din para you can convert it whenever you want it. So like for me, even for my IBKR, I have my US dollar kasi syempre minsan US and PHP is not good. So I wait for the right timing to convert my dollars to peso. Thanks, Margo. Thanks sa Palantir. You're welcome, Marco. Thank you, Cutie Monster. Bukod sa eToro, ano pang broker pang global market? Honestly, I use IBKR or Interactive Brokers and eToro. Yun lang dalawa yung ginagamit ko. And that's because yun lang yung free to open for me that time. And I use Philippine tax number. That's why. And because that's all I have then. Wala naman akong tax number sa ibang country. So, I can only use my address in Philippines and all that. So, for me, eToro and Interactive Brokers, yung possible for me. I tried opening in other, I tried Ameritrade, I tried other platform, Charles Schwab, mga ganyan. Pero, you need to have US tax number. I'm not sure right now kung ganun pa rin. Ayun guys, so thank you so much for joining again our live session. So thank you so much. Sana we gather together every day. So if you want to trade more in US stocks, ganyan. And also maybe tomorrow we can talk about setting your portfolio, no? How to plan your portfolios and anong yung allocation and all that. So we can discuss that tomorrow. Or hindi, wait. Invited ko pala si Jess for tomorrow. So we can discuss Palantir more in depth for tomorrow. What else? If you want to open an eToro account, I have a link in the description box. Please use that link. And what else? I have a Patreon account, guys. If you want to join my Patreon group, you can join. I do I do Philippine market there as well and US market. So, you can use that. What else? Yun lang muna for now, no? So, thank you so much for joining. Super appreciate ko you guys na papabalik-balik na nanonood sa atin, no? So, and super thank you talaga. Super na hindi kayo nagsasawa. Okay? So, hopefully guys, you learn a lot today and see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye! Bukas ulit. See you! Sir, nagsa-start siya around 9 PM yata sa Philippines, yung live stream natin. Bye-bye! Thank you for joining!